Hello, YouTubers. Alaska Prepper here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is my last day in Reno, Nevada. I just checked out of my hotel room. Uh, that's the hotel right there. The Element, I think, by Western. Great hotel, great service, very clean and very nice staff. Just saying, for those of you that may be traveling in this area, great hotel to stay at. Well, I'm a pretty neat person when it comes to like using services. So like for example, my bedroom or the room that I stayed in, I didn't leave it a ruckus, you know. And whenever I stay in a room, I don't stay, and I'm gonna stay for like let's say 2 or 3 days, right? I don't have the maid service come in every day to clean it and stuff. I just put the do not disturb sign in front of my door, and I figure, you know what, I have 3 towels, which my room had like 4 towels in it. That's enough for the 2 or 3 days I'm going to be here. I don't need someone to come in here every day to clean. I'll just leave it to the end. But anyways, having said all that, is that I figured that whoever goes into that room that I just left to clean and pick up, that they're going to spend about an hour or so in there. And I don't know how much they get paid here, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm just guessing. I'm guessing that a maid service for a room, probably they get paid 20 bucks an hour or so. Let's say 25. Well, I went ahead and left them a $20, what I like to call gift, not tip. And let me tell you why. And this gets to the subject matter of this video. I'm not sure how many people have really thought about how destructive CBDCs, centrally banked digital currencies, are going to be to the service industry. So for example, if you rely on tips in order to live, you are going to be greatly impacted by CBDCs. I very seldomly leave a tip. I leave a gift. So if I go to a restaurant or something, I try to leave the gift in cash, but not a tip where you can have it charged to your credit card. Why? Because in my opinion, and do your own research, I'm not an IRS agent, but in my opinion, a gift, a very small gift of $20, $50, let's say, is just a gift. And I tell the server or whoever it is, thank you very much, this is a gift. And that's why I didn't leave you a tip. But ladies and gentlemen, just wait until we enter into the era of a CBDC. If we do, I hope that we don't. Because when we enter into that era, everything that you do in your life that has to do with a transaction that takes money, that takes CBDC credits, is going to get taxed one way or the other. It will be a way for the government to immediately impose taxes on anyone that is doing a transaction. When they implement a CBDC, they're going to keep cash alive. They're not going to get rid of cash and implement a CBDC simultaneously. They're going to get rid of cash after the people who use the CBDC, which will be most people, say, hey, this is a great thing to have. It's a lot better than carrying cash around. That's when they'll get rid of cash. And when that happens, everything in your life is going to be taxed. Everything. If you sell something on Craigslist, you're going to get taxed for it. Just think about the life of a dollar. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we had to take a pause because look, who's this guy? I'll let you decide who you think it is. So I just got picked up so that we can go over to the Nutrient Survival Warehouse. And what we're going to be doing there is, for the rest of the day, I'm going to be working with Bobby on playing around with the background of YouTube for the Nutrient Survival channel. And then probably around noon or so, I'll be headed over to the airport to catch my flight at, I think it's around 3, something like that. But anyways, since I got picked up, let's go ahead and finish our talk inside of this nice little van, and we'll go ahead and give you a little bit of the view from the street. That way you don't have to look at this ugly mug while I'm talking. Ladies and gentlemen, I know this video is all over the place, but I have to let you know about the sale that Nutrient Survival has going on through Friday, 8 September, which is tomorrow. But first I want to play for you a short clip of the live stream that I had with Eric and Becky from Nutrient Survival, in order to show you why it is that Nutrient Survival is the very best freeze-dried food company, period. It's not all because of the food and the nutrients that the food provides, but it's because of the people. Watch this. Wow. So the commissary every year, if during Thanksgiving, like that month, they have where you can buy a box of food, a turkey dinner for a family. for a military family. And I think last year was like $40. So I was thinking this year that I would try to stick to the 100 turkeys for the food bank, along with all the sides, to make a dinner. And then that I would go and spend whatever I could buying meals for family members, for service members. So I was hoping that I can buy at least I don't know, man, if I can buy 100 of those meals for service members, because it brings the turkey, it brings the stovetop stuffing, it brings the potatoes, it brings the butter, it brings all that stuff that you need to make a turkey dinner for Thanksgiving. I always like to explain to people why it's so important to me, because we live in an era, in this country at least, where it's just such a bad time really for us now in the country, where we're losing our culture, or our culture is being taken away from us. And one of those ways is by, like we were talking earlier, crisis after crisis after crisis, right? People are broke. What is it? 63%, I think, of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. I think it's 72% of working Americans can't even afford a $400 emergency. So our culture is being changed. In my opinion, one of the ways that it's being changed is economically. Because when you're struggling yourself, how can you be charitable, right? So it's very important to me that people that want to have a Thanksgiving dinner, because they still think that it's worth doing so, because this is America, right? This is America, and we do Thanksgiving here, right? That they should be able to have a Thanksgiving dinner.
Okay, Rudy. So we're gonna. What's your goal? How many turkeys?
This year, 200. Well, 100 turkeys and 100 turkey dinners for the service members. So 200 turkeys altogether.
200 turkeys.
Yeah.
So can we tip in 100 turkeys?
Well,
but we want to.
Do I need to step away?
No, we want to be on top of you. We want to help you with your goal.
I want you to understand that 100 turkeys is going to cost about $4,000. And you can change your mind right now.
No, we will do that.
I got $10.
Rudy, will you accept 100 turkeys from Nutrient Survival for your cause?
On behalf of the Alaska Prepper community and Fairbanks Food Bank and the people of Fairbanks, absolutely.
100 turkeys.
Now, we didn't plan this.
I love when Eric's
we want to step up and help you.
So like I was saying about CBDCs, when they impose the CBDC, they're still going to keep cash around. And then once everyone is used to using that digital wallet, they'll come up with a reason to take away cash. And then, ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you a question. How many people do you know? Or are you one of those people that relies on getting a tip, like a waiter, a waitress, someone in any kind of the service economy, just like the cleaning lady that's going to clean my room? Once you leave those electronic tips, they will immediately be taxed. And think about how many taxes the government takes away. Let's just go ahead and do a quick thought experiment. Let's go ahead and go through the life of a dollar once it's been earned into existence. So let's say that you earn a dollar into existence. How? By the work that you do. You got your paycheck, right? And that dollar, depending on what state, let's go ahead and pick a state that we know taxes pretty heavily. Depending on the state that you live in, let's say California, for example, they're going to go ahead and take, at the minimum, I believe, federal or state income tax in California, at the minimum, I believe, is 10%. So you make a dollar, 10% automatically goes to the state. Now, depending on how much you make in that year, you can pay as little as 0% all the way up to, I think it's 37, 39%. But let's go ahead and grab the middle of that, right? The middle bracket. Let's say I think anything over $89,000 a year is about 22%. So let's go ahead and say 20%. So now that dollar that you earned, you're only able to keep 70 cents of that dollar that you earned. But wait a minute, like Becky says, we're not done yet. Now that you only get to keep 70% of that dollar, you have to live, right? So you either have to pay a mortgage or pay rent. And do you think that there are not taxes involved in those purchases, let's say, be it a mortgage or rent? You may think not, but there is. Residential taxes. Oh, but AP, I rent. I don't pay residence taxes. Well, does your landlord pay residence taxes? Then you pay residence taxes because he's passing that expense onto you. Regulations, be it regulations because of where you live, if you own a home, or because of the regulations that your landlord has to adhere to in order to legally rent to you. Those regulations, ladies and gentlemen, they're just another name for a tax because it is another expense on top of what it takes for you to live that the government is telling you you have to pay in order to be able to obtain that service or that good. So now we're probably looking at least a minimum of 50% of every dollar that you make is going to cost you in taxes and regulatory taxes in order for you to just live. Now let's go ahead and talk about food. Let's talk about gasoline that gets taxed federally and also by the states. Ladies and gentlemen, everything that we do nowadays on a daily basis is taxed in one way or another, except for the things that we do that has to do with cash. Once a CBDC is implemented and cash is gotten rid of, we will be taxed to probably upwards of 80 to 90% of every penny that we earn every day, ladies and gentlemen. So have you thought about that if you do work in the service industry? For years, I've been hounding Eric to give me a 50% coupon for the AP community. And he always tells me that he can do it, but only if we want Nutrient Survival to go out of business. So it's been kind of like a running joke between us that I realistically know is not possible. I always see comments, ladies and gentlemen, that state that Nutrient Survival is so expensive. But I challenge you to compare Nutrient Survival to the top competitors in the freeze-dried food industry on price and even more importantly on the nutrition that you get for what you pay for. And you will see that Nutrient Survival will always come out on top. Putting it simply, in this case, you definitely get what you pay for. I didn't get the 50% coupon.
You got turkeys?
But let me
pretty
go
good.
ahead and tell you what Eric and the crew is doing for everyone that wants to stock up on Nutrient Survival. Right, ladies and gentlemen. First, I always have to say this because it's true. Nutrient Survival, you all know, I think it's the very best and most, and I don't even think, it's the most nutrient dense freeze-dried food out there in the market. Right? And that's what you
100%.
want to get. You don't just want to eat empty calories. You want to eat calories that's going to keep you going. And even though there are some things, most things really, that I cannot necessarily eat anymore because of my diabetes, there's still a lot of things from Nutrient Survival that I enjoy. I love the eggs, and I do like the vitamin drinks and all that kind of stuff. And the Immune Boost, if you haven't tried it, you just got to try it. That thing is awesome. But anyways, what Eric is doing for us is he's giving 20% off. So right now, if you use AP20, AP20, you get 20% off anything you purchase on Nutrient Survival, right? So AP20. And another thing is if you order $200 or more, in addition to getting free shipping.
AP20 gets you 20% off anything, as well as a free brain sampler.
Nice.
If you go $200 or more, that's going to qualify you for free shipping,
right.
which is awesome in itself. You're going to get one of these OG. I know you have one of these on your live. I can see it in your background.
I got two.
Nice.
I put my coffee and my Immune Boost in mine. Oh yeah, anyone that does, what is it, $200
$200 or more is going to
get
get the
this
percentage
also,
off
and a
this and an Alaska Prepper.
Yeah, one of the
tenth
OG,
of an ounce.
one of the OG coins. All right. And I mean, we'll see if these all run out. I'll have Dick make some more. I already talked to Dick, and he said, "Yeah, I can make some more if you need me to make some more." So
Awesome.
all right, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're still here, you may be interested in checking out the sale that Nutrient Survival has. So let's go ahead and recap really quick. The sale is going on right now through Friday, tomorrow, 8 September 2023. It's 20% off anything in the Nutrient Survival site. Make sure that you use my code AP20 in order for it to work. A free BRAINCARE sample pack with any purchase, no matter the price. Now, for purchases that are $200 or more at checkout, everything that is stated above will be included, in addition to, of course, free shipping, unless you live in the state of Alaska, Hawaii, and I believe that Puerto Rico is an additional shipping charge as well. You're going to get the free tin bread box that you saw there, a free AP original 1/10 ounce silver coin. And all you have to do is use my link in the description of the video and on a pinned comment. And always make sure to use the AP20 code. That's the only way that you're going to get that 20% off. And holy smokes, I almost forgot the grand prize. One random person that orders between the day that the sale started a couple days ago and the end will also win the opportunity to have a live conference call with Eric, Becky, myself, and the infamous Bobby. All right, having said that, ladies and gentlemen, let me go ahead and sign off because we're almost there and I have to get to work. Eric has put me to work, ladies and gentlemen, all right? So I have to go and earn my ticket here and ticket home if I want to get back home. Having said that, have a great day. God bless every one of you. God bless America. I'm Alaska Prepper. I'm out.